Hello there, and welcome along. The Gardener Ben here with your next rose review and a modern shrub rose from English breeder Peterbilt's Roses today for you. Launched and introduced in 2006, this adorable and very sweet rose is called Our Beth. It really is captivatingly pretty, and I really like this one. Very similar to other roses in the Peterbilt's collection, such as Macmillan Nurse and Frilly Cuff. This one has the same sort of makeup of flower produced over similar ranges of time, but this one gets ever so slightly larger, forming quite a large shrub of around 4 feet wide and around 3.5 to 4 feet tall. It's a wide spreading shrub, really rounded and mounding in its form. Has strong upright stems which bear individual and small clusters of really lovely soft pink flowers. Now the temperatures here in the UK still soaring, it's really affecting the color, but I'll cut this one here and just bring this in close to the camera so you can see the color. When they open, they are the softest of apple blossom pink. You can see those freshly opened flowers there with that lovely tight rosetted swirl in the very center, opening to a rosetted flower, each measuring around 2 to 2.5 inches in diameter. The color ever so slightly fading. Got lots of texture and lots of form to this one. It really is very pretty. When I'm describing a rosetted bloom, I mean the flowers look like old-fashioned and very highly textured. There's loads and loads going on there. The petals on this one are actually pointed around the outside edge, giving you a slight star-like appear to the flower. They open almost completely flat with the petals rolling back ever so slightly towards the stems, but you can see produced in small sprays, threes, fours, five, sixes, and up to seven sometimes in a spray, but sometimes also individually as well on individual stems. But Our Beth flowering freely all the way through the months of June, July, August, and into the beginning of September. This one is going to give you loads and loads of old rose character and charm, but give you all of the breeding standards and quality you would expect from a modern cultivar. So good disease resistance, standing up to black spot, mold, and mildew well, and really performing well in heat and when there's not a huge amount of water around. I've got the pleasure in awarding Our Beth a 7 out of 10 for disease resistance today. It's a really very pleasant rose, which is very much in my wheelhouse. So when I first saw this rose, like, yep, that one's definitely a little bit of me. A color that really appeals to me, this soft, lovely, soft pink, bleaching out to an apple blossom white with hints of apricot and ever so small amounts of alabaster into it. Very pretty indeed. Foliage wise, let's get you some foliage. Has dark emerald green foliage with a high gloss sheen. There's a small amount of sort of textured and serrated edges to the outside of the leaf itself, so highly textured and highly crunkled around the outside. And then you've got a small amount of barbing through the back of the leaf axil as well. Actually, Our Beth is nearly thornless. I'll pick up this growth again, it's fallen on the floor. I'll pick up the growth here. You can see the stem I picked for you here, virtually thornless. There's nothing on that stem at all, only about 9 to 10 inches in length, but the thorns are contained low down on the growth, making it easy to handle if you wanted to cut this one and bring it into the house. Doesn't perform particularly well in a vase, but that's not this kind of rose's wheelhouse really. This one is really for adding that informal cottage garden edge, that edge of opulence and lots of luxury to the flower. Loads and loads of texture, loads of form there. Very pretty indeed. So these round rosetted flowers opening almost completely flat, and those notes of apricot and light pink slowly fading out as they get bleached by the sun. Very pleasant indeed. So there's also a small amount of red tinging to the leaf axils as well. Very similar to Frilly Cuff and to the other one, which is Macmillan Nurse. Very similar. If you have either of those roses, and I adore both of those particular varieties from Peterbilt's, they leave me wanting ever so slightly more. Each of those shrubs quite small and compact, only really reaching around 2.5 to 3 feet high. Our Beth coming up quite a lot larger than that, a nice substantial shrub. So if you want something for the middle section of a border, grown in full sun or in partial shade where it's going to receive at least 4 to 6 hours of direct sunlight per day, Our Beth might be a better substitute than the other two. Fragrance wise, the fragrance is incredibly light. There's not really many notes of anything there. I'm not picking up on notes of citrus or floral edges, but there is a light perfume there, so I'm going to be giving Our Beth a 3 out of 10 for fragrance rating today. Going to be rated with a low thorn count, so it's a really all-round rose for creating some real sense of drama. Massive display through the months of June, July, August, and into September. Today's rose from Peterbilt's Roses is Our Beth.